Fruits are often crowned as nature's MVPs. Bursting with vitamins, antioxidants, and fiber, they're the poster children of healthy eating. From glossy apples to juicy berries, they promise vitality in every bite. But here's the twist. For older adults, these colorful delights can morph from nutritional heroes into stealthy troublemakers. Aging reshapes how our bodies handle food. Metabolism slows, digestion gets finicky, kidneys falter, and medications throw curveballs. A fruit that fueled your youth might now spark blood sugar spikes, clash with prescriptions, or inflame existing conditions like diabetes, kidney disease, or GERD. It's not about fear-mongering. It's about peeling back the layers to reveal what's safe and what's risky. Below, we explore 10 common fruits that can pose problems for seniors, diving deep into why and how they turn sour with age. This is your roadmap to smarter choices. Knowledge is power, but a doctor's advice is gold. Let's dive into this juicy exposé. Number 1. Grapes. Grapes, those plump little orbs of sweetness, are a snack time staple, whether fresh, frozen, or dried as raisins. They're lauded for resveratrol, an antioxidant linked to heart health, and their satisfying pop makes them hard to resist. But for seniors, grapes pack a sneaky punch. Their high sugar content, about 23 grams per cup, mostly glucose and fructose, can send blood sugar soaring, a red flag for the 1 in 3 older adults with diabetes or prediabetes. Picture this: a handful at bingo night spikes glucose fast, stressing an aging pancreas and risking long-term damage like neuropathy or cardiovascular strain. Whole grapes also pose a physical hazard. Small, slick, and round, they're a choking risk for those with dysphagia, a swallowing disorder affecting up to 15% of seniors due to weakened throat muscles or neurological decline, e.g. post-stroke. Raisins? Even worse. Their sugar condenses to 60 grams per half cup, and their sticky texture clings to dentures or fragile teeth, inviting decay in a population where 1 in 5 already battles untreated cavities. Practical tip: if grapes stay on your plate, pair them with a protein like cheese to blunt the sugar rush, and opt for seedless, halved versions to dodge the choke factor. For some, though, skipping them might be the safest bet. Number 2. Oranges. Oranges practically glow with health cred. Vitamin C to fend off colds, fiber for digestion, and that zesty wake-up call in every segment. But for older adults, they're a double-edged sword. Their acidity, pH around 3 to 4, can ignite acid reflux or GERD, plaguing over 40% of seniors due to weakened esophageal sphincters or slower stomach emptying. Imagine peeling one for breakfast, only to spend the morning with burning chest pain or a hoarse throat from refluxed acid eroding delicate tissues. Potassium, 350 milligrams per fruit. Sounds heart-healthy, but for the 10 to 15% of seniors with chronic kidney disease, CKD, it's a ticking time bomb. Failing kidneys can't filter it, risking hyperkalemia. Too much potassium in the blood, triggering muscle cramps, irregular heartbeats, or even cardiac arrest. Medications add another layer. Orange's flavonoids, like naringin, can mess with statins, e.g. atorvastatin, or beta blockers, boosting drug levels in the bloodstream and amplifying side effects like muscle pain or dizziness. Dentally, citric acid gnaws at enamel, already thinning in 60% of seniors, turning a refreshing snack into a sensitivity nightmare. Scenario: an 80-year-old on blood pressure meds savors an orange, only to face a day of heartburn and a racing pulse. Solution: dilute with water as juice or swap for a gentler clementine. But even then, tread lightly. Number 3. Watermelon. Watermelon screams summer. 90% water, a lycopene boost for the heart, and a cool reprieve from the heat. But for seniors, this hydrating giant can flood the system in risky ways. Its glycemic index, GI, of 72 means a hefty wedge, about 20 grams of sugar, can jolt blood sugar, a hazard for diabetics whose insulin response lags with age. Think of a picnic where a slice leaves a senior sluggish from a glucose crash. The water content, over 1.5 liters in half a melon, sounds great until it overwhelms frail hearts or kidneys, common in 20% of those over 65. Fluid buildup leads to swollen ankles, shortness of breath, or hypertension flare-ups. Fiber, 0.4 grams per cup, seems mild, but for IBS sufferers, up to 15% of seniors, it ferments in the gut, cueing bloating, gas, or diarrhea. Ever had a post-watermelon bellyache? That's the culprit. Real case. A 75-year-old with heart failure overdoes it at a barbecue, landing in the ER with edema. Tip: stick to a small cube, sip water separately, and skip it if your doc's flagged fluid restrictions. This pink and green behemoth demands portion savvy. Number 4. Papaya. Papaya's tropical charm, vibrant orange flesh, papain for digestion, and a vitamin C payload makes it a wellness darling. But for older adults, it's a gamble. Papain, that protein-digesting enzyme, can overdo it, irritating fragile stomachs and causing diarrhea, cramps, or nausea, especially in the 30% of seniors with gastritis or slowed digestion. Its latex-like proteins trigger allergies in 1 to 2% of people, tied to latex fruit syndrome. A bite might mean itchy lips, swollen throats, or rarely anaphylaxis. Think a retirement home resident wheezing after a fruit salad surprise. Fiber, 3 grams per cup. Helps constipation but overwhelms IBS or diverticulitis patients, sparking painful flares. Nutrient overload's another trap. Too much vitamin C, over 100% DV, or folate can unbalance seniors on supplements, while potassium, 250 milligrams, nudges hyperkalemia risks in CKD cases. Scenario: a 70-year-old downs papaya for gut health, only to spend the day in digestive distress. Advice: start with a tablespoon, monitor reactions, and avoid if allergies or gut woes loom large. That paradise fruit isn't always paradise found. Number 5. Avocado. Avocado's creamy reign as a superfood comes from heart-friendly monounsaturated fats and potassium aplenty. But for seniors, it's a caloric Trojan horse. 160 calories per half can pile on pounds when metabolisms crawl at 10 to 15% slower than in youth, straining arthritic joints or clogged arteries. Fiber, 7 grams, and fat, 15 grams. Sound virtuous until they churn up gas, bloating, or loose stools in IBS-prone guts, affecting 1 in 7 older adults. Latex fruit syndrome strikes again. Cross-reactivity with latex proteins can spark itching, hives, or breathing trouble in allergic seniors. Vitamin K, 21 micrograms, clashes with warfarin, thinning blood unpredictably for the 2 million U.S. seniors on it. Imagine a guac binge throwing off a critical INR test. Case study: a 68-year-old with IBS and a latex sensitivity tries avocado toast, landing in urgent care with a rash and cramps. Fix: cap it at a quarter fruit, pair with low-fiber foods, and check with your doc if meds or allergies are in play. This green gem's glow dims with age. Number 6. Star fruit, carambola. Star fruit's quirky star shape and tart zing, low-cal, vitamin C rich, make it an exotic standout. But for seniors with kidney issues, it's a literal poison pill. Caramboxin, a neurotoxin, sails through healthy kidneys but piles up when filtration fails, e.g., in 25% of seniors with CKD. Symptoms: hiccups, confusion, seizures, or worse. A 2013 study tied it to fatalities in dialysis patients. Even a few bites can turn deadly. Oxalates, up to 50 milligrams per fruit, also fuel kidney stones, agonizing for the 10% of seniors prone to them. Healthy folks aren't immune. Mild dizziness or nausea can hit from its nervous system effects. Picture a 72-year-old with early kidney decline sampling it at a buffet, only to stumble home disoriented. Advice: if kidneys aren't 100%, banish it. Period. This starry snack's risks outshine its perks. Number 7. Bananas. Bananas, portable, potassium-packed, 422 milligrams, and gentle, seem like a senior's best friend. But they're not flawless. Latex fruit syndrome links them to allergic reactions, itchy mouths, or rare anaphylaxis. In latex-sensitive folks, a growing cohort as glove use rises. Potassium's a hero until kidneys weaken, then it's hyperkalemia territory. Think fatigue or arrhythmias for CKD patients. Sugar, 14 grams, nudges blood glucose up, subtle but real for diabetics. Texture-wise, their mushiness sticks to dentures or challenges weak jaws. Dental issues hit 70% of seniors. Scenario: a 78-year-old with dentures and mild CKD grabs a banana daily, facing sticky teeth and a potassium scare. Tip: slice thin, limit to half, and monitor blood work. That yellow curve bends toward caution. Number 8. Cherries. Cherries, whether sweet Bing beauties or tart Montmorency gems, are nature's antioxidant rock stars, packing anthocyanins that fight inflammation and uric acid buildup, often praised for soothing gout or lulling you into sleep with a hint of natural melatonin. A cup of sweet cherries, about 21 pieces, delivers 10 grams of fructose, a simple sugar that sounds innocent but can ambush seniors with insulin resistance or diabetes, affecting over 25% of those over 65. That fructose rockets through the bloodstream, spiking glucose and taxing an aging pancreas that's already sluggish from decades of wear. Imagine a 65-year-old retiree, thrilled to ease his gout with a bowl of cherries after a flare-up, only to crash an hour later with shaky hands and a foggy head from a sugar surge. Then there's the gut factor. 3 grams of fiber paired with sorbitol, a sugar alcohol, ferments in sensitive stomachs, a recipe for misery in the 10 to 15% of seniors with irritable bowel syndrome (IBS). Picture the scene. Bloating so intense it feels like a balloon inflating under your ribs, followed by gas or diarrhea that sends you scrambling for the bathroom mid-bridge game. The risks don't stop there. Those tiny pits? They're a choking hazard for seniors with dysphagia or shaky dentition. Swallowing difficulties hit up to 1 in 6 older adults, and a single slip could turn a snack into an ER visit. Potassium clocks in at 306 milligrams per cup, a muscle-friendly nutrient until it overwhelms failing kidneys, a reality for 15 to 20% of seniors with chronic kidney disease (CKD). Excess potassium, hyperkalemia, can spark muscle weakness, heart palpitations, or arrhythmias. Think of a 70-year-old on dialysis nibbling cherries, unaware her heart's rhythm is slipping out of tune. Medications complicate it further. Cherries' anti-inflammatory compounds can amplify bleeding risks with NSAIDs like ibuprofen, common for arthritis, or warfarin, a blood thinner taken by millions. A 2018 study flagged how cherry juice boosted warfarin's effects, raising hemorrhage odds. Imagine a senior doubling up on cherries and aspirin, then spotting bruises she can't explain. Real-world case. A 67-year-old with gout and IBS downs 2 cups at a farmer's market, trading joint relief for a night of gut chaos and a worrisome glucose spike. The fix? Cap it at 10 pitted cherries, chew slowly, and pair with a protein like yogurt to go on her sugar absorption. That melatonin boost might help you doze off. Studies suggest 100 grams can nudge sleep quality, but overindulgence turns this ruby treat into a sour regret. Moderation's the mantra. Cherries dazzle, but they demand respect. Number 8. Pineapple. Pineapple struts onto the scene with tropical swagger. Its golden flesh brimming with 79 milligrams of vitamin C, over 100% of the daily value, and bromelain, an enzyme duo that promises immune support and digestion aid. But for seniors, this spiky fruit bites back harder than it gives. Its acidity, pH hovering at 3.2, makes it a fiery foe for the 40% of older adults wrestling with gastroesophageal reflux disease, GERD, or weakened stomach linings. That tang can erode the esophagus, ignite heartburn, or worsen ulcers, leaving a 73-year-old who savored a fresh chunk wincing through a day of chest pain and a raw throat. Bromelain itself, while a digestion hero in theory, acts like a double agent, breaking down proteins so aggressively it can irritate mouth tissues or spark sores in seniors with fragile mucous membranes, a vulnerability that spikes with age as saliva production drops by up to 40%. Ever tried fresh pineapple and felt your tongue tingle? That's bromelain's edge, and it's no picnic for thinning gums or receding enamel. Sugar's another sting. 16 grams per cup challenges blood glucose control, a tightrope walk for diabetics whose insulin sensitivity fades with time. Pair that with potential allergies. Pineapple's tied to pollen and latex cross-reactivity, affecting 1 to 2% of people with symptoms from itchy lips to full-blown rashes. A 68-year-old with a birch pollen allergy might bite into a slice and find her face swelling, a shock she didn't see coming. Dentally, it's a slow disaster. Citric and ascorbic acids chew through enamel, already compromised in 60% of seniors, amplifying sensitivity or decay. Imagine sipping pineapple juice through a straw, only to cringe at every cold sip thereafter. Medication clashes loom too. Bromelain can boost antibiotic absorption, e.g. amoxicillin, risking toxicity, or thin blood alongside aspirin, a combo some seniors lean on for heart health. Scenario: a 75-year-old with dentures and a history of ulcers tries pineapple for its anti-inflammatory buzz, only to face mouth sores, a GERD flare, and a sugar spike that leaves her woozy. The workaround? Stick to a few chunks, less acidic than fresh. Rinse your mouth post-bite to shield teeth, and test a nibble if allergies lurk. Pineapple's allure is real, but its prickly nature demands a cautious dance. Number 10. Mango. Mangoes seduce with their silky sweetness. A single fruit, about 336 grams, flaunts 46 grams of sugar, plus vitamins A, 10% DV, C, 76% DV, and 3 grams of fiber. They're a nutrient jackpot, but for seniors, they're a high-stakes gamble. That sugar load, mostly fructose, slams blood glucose, a nemesis for the 1 in 4 older adults with diabetes or prediabetes. Picture a 69-year-old slicing into a ripe mango at breakfast, only to slump mid-morning with a glucose spike that fogs her focus and strains her heart. Fiber's a mixed blessing. Great for sluggish bowels, constipation hits 25% of seniors, but in IBS-prone guts, it ferments into bloating or cramps, a torment for the 10 to 15% battling that condition. Ever felt your stomach gurgle after mango? That's the fiber talking, and it's louder with age. Allergies add a wild card. Mango's skin and sap contain urushiol, the same irritant in poison ivy, sparking contact dermatitis or rashes in sensitive seniors. Peeling it wrong or brushing the peel might leave a 72-year-old with itchy hands or a swollen lip, especially if she's got a history of plant allergies. Potassium, 277 milligrams, sounds muscle-friendly but burdens CKD kidneys, risking hyperkalemia's telltale fatigue or arrhythmias. Dentally, it's a sticky trap. Mango's residue clings to dentures or decayed teeth, a hassle for the 70% of seniors with oral health woes. Case in point, a 71-year-old diabetic with dentures dives into mango salsa, facing a sugar crash, a rash from peel contact, and a frantic rinse to free her teeth. Medications? Mango's vitamin A can clash with retinoid drugs, while its sugar complicates metformin dosing. Practical fix: quarter it, peel meticulously, gloves if allergic, and pair with nuts to slow sugar uptake. Test a bite first. Some seniors find mango's richness too much for waning digestion. That golden glow tempts, but it's a fruit to savor with strategy, not abandon. These 10 fruits show that even nature's best can turn tricky with age. From sugar spikes and kidney strain to allergies and digestive woes, the risks vary by health profile. Diabetes, kidney function, or medication use all play a role. Seniors shouldn't ditch fruit entirely, but should tailor choices to their needs. A chat with a doctor or dietitian can pinpoint what's safe, turning potential hazards into healthy allies. Knowledge is power. Your fruit bowl might need a rethink.